Hello, good morning and welcome to the AM Sports with me, Riku Wampofo, where we do bring you up to date with the biggest stories coming in from the weekend. And we'll be starting off with some boxing news and some good news for Ghanaians because Isaac Dogbe took another step towards becoming a two-time world champion after winning his bout over the weekend. Now he beat Christopher Diaz in Las Vegas on Saturday night, and the fight, which was on the undercard of Terence Crawford and Sean Porter showdown, saw Dogbe win on 2 of the judges' scorecard to edge a very close contest. It was victory for Isaac Dogbe, but let's now move to football and specifically the Ghana Premier League, where the poor form of defending champions Accra Hearts of Oak continues unabated after they lost 2-0 at the Ashgold Stadium to Ashgold at the Lenkley Stadium on match day 4 of the Ghana Premier League. The result means the Hearts of Oak are now winless in their first 4 games.
Was where Asante Gold come up against Accra Hearts of Oak. The Phobians are in their way. Strip has gone to the bench.
We've not seen a Vuka in there again today, so
that beats South Africa. So Adari whistles and Hearts of Oak get us going. Razak Sesabnete, but the shot goes over for a goal kick. And Ashgold is 3-on-1. Here is Yawano, missing by a whisker. It's Hearts of Oak with an opportunity. Patrick Razak, can he score? And Razak has failed to score.
Hearts of Oak are under immense pressure there. Beats the goalkeeper well. He should be putting that at the back of the net. Onto the woodwork chance gone.
Here is Nete, sends a cross in and Kofi Mensah is out. He fails to grab it.
Didier was to keep his eye on the ball throughout the way. And even though he couldn't gather it the first time of asking. As he's going down, he's picking it up there. All smiles.
Dr. Kweku Frimpong. Latif Adari whistles for the end of the first half here. And Asante Gold drawing goalless at halftime here at the Lenkley Stadium in Obuasi. The second half, and there we go. Ashgold gets us going for the second half of this game. Ibrahim Salifutu and Sabotre. Here they go. Yawano, the speed star, goes past Sewonu. It is Yawano. Does he break the deadlock? And Yawano scores the first goal for Ashanti Gold. The Miners are up by 1-0. Solo run. Good goal from Yawano.
And they send this place into raptures, Yawano. You should have given a lot for Yawano to think about, but he took 2 steps backwards, gave Yawano all the time and space to process the thought, and placed the ball easily past him.
Ball falls to Denchi, good drive, and Dennis Vautry. Here is Banahine. Kamara Dini, good save from Atai again, and it's the second goal. Abdul Salam makes it 2 for Boise Asante Gold. The Miners grab the second and the assurance goal.
Job well done. Game over. Hearts of Oak return to the capital with their first defeat of the season. Extremely excited.
It's over. Hearts of Oak have suffered their first defeat of the season. It's Ashgold 2, Hearts 0.
While Hearts of Oak are struggling this season, their arch rivals Asante Kotoko are flourishing. The Porcupine Warriors made it 4 wins out of 4 after comfortably brushing aside a flat 11 Wonders side at the Baba Yara Sports Stadium on Saturday.
It's match day 4 of the Ghana Premier League when the 2 teams met in last season's Premier League.
And it's absent, didn't concede, and now that he's back.
In their green and white jersey.
He's the captain. He's their leader, and he has to be cutting out the supplies from Buddha suits.
Game underway here in Kumasi is Kotoko up against Wonders. Here is a
Pull off his old tricks.
Here is Isaac Quinn, and he goes for power straight to Abalora. Decent attempt from Quinn. Adujumo, calm defending from Adujumo, but Mudasiru wins possession for Kotoko. Here is Samuel Boateng, brilliant goal! Fantastic drive from Samuel Boateng to score his second goal for Asante Kotoko since joining from Future Stars.
Samuel Barton, that is really world class. You can put that on replay and watch it over and over again from any angle, from however you see it. It's a world class finish. What did I say about Kotoko and picking moment?
It's Kotoko looking for the second goal. Lante. Netting now. Here is Tetenoti to Isaac Quinn. Since in the cross, Abalora fails to deal with it. Kotoko saved by the woodwork and Opon gets it away. Whistles for the end. Asante Kotoko, here we go for the second half of his wonders. Who will start the second half? Fabio Gama onto the path of Isaac Opon. And he goes past Yahweh Champon. It's Isaac Opon. Isaac Opon! Brilliant goal! This is something else.
The brilliance of Isaac Opon. That touch is brilliant. The body balance is superb. And the confidence to strike the ball into the near post as well is wonderful to see. And this boy at the moment can do nothing wrong.
Blind. Abbas Ganu. Good play from Wonders. Great goalkeeping from Razak Abalora. And Charles Bulu has whistled for the end of the game here at the Baba Yara Stadium in Kumasi. Kotoko 2, 11 Wonders 0.
Well, Kotoko remained the only side with a 100% record after match day 4 of the Ghana Premier League. But let's travel overseas and get the latest stories as Manchester United manager Ole Gunnar Solskjaer has left the club after Saturday's 4-1 defeat at Watford. That result leaves United 7th in the Premier League, 12 points behind leaders Chelsea, with just 12 games played so far. The club also announced that Michael Carrick would take charge of the club interim as they look for another interim coach or try to get a permanent coach. And so we'll be giving you updates on that as they do come in. But let's check the game that got Ole Gunnar Solskjaer fired over the weekend. Well, tough times for Manchester United, but let's come back to Ghana, where Joy Sports checks review that Finance Minister Ken Ofori-Atta did air whilst making the budget statement last week. Now, he stated that stadia across the country had been renovated in the year 2021 and also specifically stated that the Sekondi Stadium was 90% complete. George Sports did cross-check with this and do report that progress done at the stadium is currently not close to anything around 90%. My colleague George Adu Jr. was at the Sekondi Stadium this weekend and reports.
For the Sekondi Stadium constituency, Honorable Joe Gatti, who oversees the Sekondi Stadium, has issued a press statement in reaction to the statement by the Minister of Finance when he read out the budget on the floor of Parliament on Wednesday, 17th November 2021. In that budget, the Minister of Finance did indicate that the Sekondi Stadium, in terms of its renovation works, is up to 90% complete. That had caused a lot of residents to come out and agitate because they did not think this edifice was up to 90%. In that press statement released by Honorable Joe Gatti, he had asked for a quick review of the statements that were put out because upon his checks, this is not 90%. In the press statement released by the Member of Parliament for Sekondi Stadium constituency, Honorable Joe Gatti, addressed to the Honorable Minister for Youth and Sports, he wrote, and I quote, "I write with regard to the request for information on the rehabilitation of the Sekondi Stadium. The Finance Minister, in the budget statement delivered on Wednesday, 17 November 2021, stated that the rehabilitation works at the Sekondi Stadium is 90% complete. My checks reveal otherwise. As Member of Parliament for the area, I would be grateful if you could furnish me with an update of the said project, which is located in my constituency. Furthermore, if the information given is inaccurate, please furnish the Finance Minister with the accurate information to enable him advise himself accordingly. The project is of great interest to me and my constituents." that letter was signed by the Honorable Jogate. It will be recalled that the then Sports Minister, Isaac Isiama, led a team of officials from his ministry in May of 2020, the National Sports Authority and the Western Regional Coordinating Council, to inspect the progress on rehabilitation works at the Sekondi Stadium. He told the reporters at a media briefing that the stadium renovation works will be executed in 2 phases. The initial phase will cost about 18 million Ghana cedis and will cover the replacement of existing defective roofing sheets, sandblasting corroded roofing steel, and the application of heavy-duty coating system to guard against further deterioration of the metal structure from the Midwest to the South Stand. Phase 2 of the Sekondi project, according to Isaac Isiama in 2020, will cover the renovation of spectator seats and electrical installations, as well as completion of the hotel or hostel facilities and other works. Sisdan, the contractor in charge of this project, are yet to speak. We expect a press statement from the Ministry of Youth and Sports and subsequent communication from the National Sports Authority on the matter. Now, even if the first phase of renovation was just about the roofing sheets, was just about the sandblasting, it doesn't appear from our checks that the first phase of renovation is up to 90%. And that's why the residents are not too excited about this.
Well, on Wednesday when I heard it, I was very, very sad, because if you look at the stadium, I was here last 2 months, and coming here again on Wednesday after the announcement that it was 90% done, I became really frustrated. And my frustration was with the fact that most of the work has not been done. And just as we've been hearing and we've been seeing from pictures and videos, it shows you that a lot of work is still yet to be done. And 90% is just not the valuation for the amount of work that is done. It should be around 20%.
Very frustrated, judging from the background that Minister of Finance will tell you that it is 90% completed, whilst in reality when you come here, the work that needs to be done is not like that. You see, if you come here and you look at the edifice, now they said they are done with the sandblasting and they are doing the painting. And even the painting alone, you could see just one, even if it's not even 1/3, a small portion being done.
My checks from the Sports Ministry and the National Sports Authority, that's really indicate that the Minister of Finance did slip in saying the renovation works at the Sekondi Stadium was 90% complete. He was actually supposed to say that the first phase of the renovation work at the Sekondi Stadium was 90% complete. Either way, from the evidence of what we have seen, it comes nowhere close, and there's certainly a lot of work to be done to make sure that this edifice that was put up here in 2007, commissioned and used for the Africa Cup of Nations in 2008, really serves its full purpose for the people of Esikado Kenten. George Addo Jr. from the Sekondi Stadium.
Well, that was my colleague George Addo Jr. Bringing us the report up to speed on the development at the Sekondi Stadium. Now, away from football, William Amponsa has emerged as champion of the maiden edition of the Good Day Energy Drink Cross Country. Asari Bediako covered the event for Joy Sports and put together this report.
Marathon King William Amponsa stole the show in the maiden edition of the Good Day Energy Drink Cross Country, comfortably completing the 12-kilometer course in a time of 38.40 seconds. He finished ahead of second-placed Kogo Atta, who ran a time of 40.10 seconds. Aoni Samuel finished third with a time of 40.51 seconds. Victory did not come as a surprise to William Amponsa.
I think about winning. That's the thought I always imbibe in my mind. So I always think of winning. Yeah, the road was very rough and also hilly, but you don't have any option. You have to endure. Okay, my schedule for next year races is already here. It's already out. And it's more of the international ones. So I'm going to train towards them, then see how I'll do them.
Lariba Sakat dominated the women's race from start to finish, making a time of 47.47 seconds. She was happy with her achievement.
It's a good. I'm a national athlete. This is not my first time of running a cross country or marathon, and I think it's a good thing. And everybody that is watching, when you train hard, you find it very easy to compete when you are competing with your colleague. And you could see that there was a distance between I and the second lady who was coming. So it's like, for me, I've been a crier for so many times, and I'm always taking my training serious. So I train twice a day, and this route has been like my first time of joining this, but I only use every route. So I've been here. Yeah, this is a good thing. Yeah.
Well, that's how we're wrapping up the sports here on the AM show. You can get some more sports stories on myjoyonline/sports or follow our social media handles at Joy Sports GH. My name is Oreko Ampofo, and the AM show continues right after this.